Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of our Spanish campaign here in Victoria 2 with the historical flavor mod. Yes indeed, we are currently fighting a great war against the French and the Americans over the ownership of French Libya, because we got a free CB against them and I couldn't help myself. We've also been adding a bunch of other war goals, and I will actually be adding some more, mainly French Guyana. And I think if I remember, yeah, I also did discover that Curacao and Aruba actually has Dutch cores, which means we need to add that. It is a state, sadly, so it's going to cost us, but it's the only way to pick it up, and I do want it, so... Dutch West Indies, yeah, the fucker made that a state as well, but we should be able to get that in a dismantlement. However, seeing as this province is a core, it wouldn't be possible to do it any other way. Ooh, that's... Yeah, we're going to have quite a lot of infamy at the end of this, but I will have secured a lot of the territories that I want, so... The main front line of the war at this point, to be perfectly honest, is the American front. I'm trying to hold off the Americans, as the American front implies. Well, and the fact that it's in America, I guess, but yeah. We've done a horrible job, actually, but, you know... In the beginning of the war, the conflict was organized by the AI, and obviously they weren't going to do a brilliant work or a brilliant job at that whole thing. So, what is a man to do? Yeah, you can help that. Yeah, the French have basically fallen apart at this point, and there isn't really much hope for them at this point. So we should really just push in and try and convince them that existence is overrated for them at this point, and they are not really worthy of that title. Yes, they're just going to give up. Yeah, well, I'm not quite ready to give up yet, or allow you to give up yet. I do need a certain French Guyana. French Catalonia, nah. We should get that for free later. There it is. Another 3 war score. We'll see if the French are willing to give up on that. Or, yeah, no. Wait, are we attacking here? No. No, we're not. Just not attacking, or we're just not fighting that fight with sufficient troops, it seems. Alright, you can actually head over there. I mean, seriously though, can we just... Yeah, he's gonna just give it up. Good. So, Tripolitania, French Sardinia, Dutch Guyana, Belgian Eritrea, French Guyana, Dutch Lesser Antilles, and French Guyana. Yes, that's 2 Guyana, a couple of islands. That should do the trick. Yeah, pretty surprised they're willing to give up this fast, but I guess seeing as the French are the ones deciding whether or not everyone gives up, that's the determining factor. So yeah, rip our infamy. So much for ever trying to retake Paraguay, but oh well. Let's have that be a thing then. Lovely. Organized Guyana. Yeah, that's quite nice. Direct control. And a bunch of Frenchmen. Organized Guyana, so that will do what? Yeah, as long as it doesn't release it, obviously, I'm tolerant, or I'm, African Farms and Mines, sure. Exempt vassals, no. Encourage, no. Yeah, I still haven't done anything about the Mosquito Reserve. I need to go ask that. I need to go ask about that, but yeah. Curacao, yeah, so we're slowly really rebuilding our empire here. You know, all of these little islands and shit like that are being reincorporated into our glorious realm. Probably gonna need ourselves a big ass war against the British to really wrap this up. But that's in the future, I guess. Yeah, you're a satellite. Yeah, and presumably you would be doing a thing that I can't even remember if I've done before. I mean, I would assume so. You know, the standard beat Britain strategy, which is shit a bunch of troops into Scotland, sit in the mountains until they have killed off their entire army, and then bam, you win. But I want to wait until such a time where we can actually dismantle the British Empire, because obviously I'm not going to waste infamy on all of these tiny ass islands. I do want to make sure we actually only spend infamy on the ones that I would have to spend on. Basically the ones that don't have any cores already, which basically goes for all of these islands. We would only have to pay infamy directly for Cuba to prevent its independence. Bermuda, well, was that ever really Spanish? I don't actually know. But yeah, now we basically completely surround the Ethiopians. I do need to pick them up at some point, but of course I just memed my infamy, and so we don't have enough infamy room anymore to do that. Also, I like how we only reached 50% mobilization during this war. I like how it takes a while to mobilize though, that's realistic. That's how it should be. Navy, you did a fine job blockading, I'm sure. There is Corsica, rightful Spanish clay. Not sure if the Spanish ever owned that, but seeing as we took Sardinia, I feel like it's righteous that we claim this as well. Yeah, look at that. 5% Spanish in Sassari in Sardinia, excellent. Well, considering that it is rightful Spanish clay, it makes sense that it would be slowly turning Spanish, you know. It is not but pure logic. Let's actually have some garrisons in these islands. I keep having to... Victoria died. But yeah, I keep having to ship troops over, which is a nuisance. Okay, maybe I cooked the Italians here, seeing as now they have to fight the French on their own, but presumably the French got decently weakened by this war of ours. But yeah, no, I can see there are definitely some armies left fighting, so it'll be interesting to see if the Italians can reclaim Savoy. Oh, nay, Italy. Surely you should be prioritizing the Piedmont. Oh god. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, now I kind of hope you don't win. You can't. You're just gonna fuck up the borders. You're gonna have this dumbass French enclave, and oof. That is some big, very big oof. Well, I guess I should be glad then that the French conquered this chunk of Libya. I kind of wish they had conquered both of them, so I could have picked them up. Then again, we might still get free casus bellis against the French, seeing as as long as you border them and have negative relations, you can get those. I mean, it's not random, the fact that I keep getting casus belli against the French and not anyone else. Because obviously we have shite relations with the French, and we border them, and so that's why that happens. Maybe I should... okay, we hate the Dutch now, so I guess we border the Dutch. We can potentially get CB against them. I'm not sure if it only gives you CB against other great powers, but those kinds of random CBs that pop up, they're so rarely useful, and I feel like they rarely play into the strategy, because obviously they're random, and so you can't really make a strategic decision based on it. But yeah, now we're making good cash here, which means we can ditch some of the tariffs. So I've gotten it into my mind, maybe we should give a shot at a bit more of a liberal economy. Even if some of these industries would die, I would think it interesting if we could do a bit of like laissez-faire memory, as a lot of the economy seems to be doing just fine. And so if I just shit in some, just do some investing. Then again, I would have to do a bit of investing first, because I don't think you can build railroads under laissez-faire, and obviously we don't really have enough capitalists to do that. Like we don't have enough capitalists to actually like build the economy, but they might be able to run it. So let's make sure every potential factory is upgraded. I might want to build some shit as well. I guess this factory was inherited from the Corsican territory. Let's get upgrades on a lot of them, because you never know what factories will fail and what will have to be their replacement. And seeing as you're not allowed to build replacements when you go laissez-faire. But yeah, this would be an interesting time to test it, seeing as we have this extra income from war indemnities. So that lasts for a couple of years, I think. I'm not entirely sure how long that is. That has to stay at 100. Yeah, there's no good other ways to try and up our income, but get some guards and some of that shite. Get some artillery. So yeah, feels good, man. Feels very good. Greater Spain indeed. As we enter the end game here. Really? Not enough boats to transport? Well, fuck that then. This navy will transport. Well, this navy can, like... I don't know, to be honest. Do we have any troops in... couple. Oh, we were getting invaded by the Dutch. Well, it makes sense that we would. As I really want another... I really would like to pick up Hainan. I guess I do have the infamy to do punitive expedition, but I just I have so much other trash that I need to spend my infamy on that I'm not sure if I want to. I guess we could save it and maybe do like a straight up war of conquest against the Chinese at some point. You know, against the successor states after the warlord era, but I'll take that into consideration at some other time. Yeah, you can just walk, that's fine, but I don't like 12,000. Nah, actually, no, you can, yeah, no, we can totally have 12,000 dudes just walk through the desert. It's really comfortable, to be honest, how when you play Spain like this, and you can walk between Morocco and Spain by rejecting the Tangier Protocol. Basically, all of these, like, I only need one gathering point, which I have at the moment. Yeah, over here. Yeah, that one was just for mobilized troops, I guess. But yeah, you can, you know, they gather themselves. It's really just the troops recruited in Asia and the New World that you have to think about, and that's very comfortable. So, let's get some railroads going, eh? Because I'm pretty sure I can still build naval bases, because obviously the capitalists can't build private naval bases. That would be kind of interesting. Even if I'm sure they would love to be able to do that. For now, we need to get these investments done ourselves. It's quite expensive. I've done a decent enough job at keeping up with railroad tech, and so I dare say tech in general. I've had some discussions on streams and shit like that about people arguing that you should always prioritize education over pop, which I guess makes sense in certain situations. But I find that I generally go for pop first, especially on a quote-unquote low pop nation like Spain, which obviously does not have low pop, but it does have a relatively low pop compared to, say, France or Germany, which is the sort of league that you want to play in when you are Spain, even if you're obviously not in that league. But that's what you want to be, isn't it? And so you got to try and make your pop catch up, even if that's not possible. I wonder how many Spaniards do we have at this point? But I mean, just as an example of how less or how shit the Spanish pop is compared to the Italian pop from the Italian campaign. You can see how once I wrap this up, when I go into the I guess we can just look at the civilization map. Like, we don't have any states in Africa. The insane amounts of migrants from Italy. Yeah, so like 8 million Italians about yeah. I mean, we've taken significant chunks of Italy already. So say 10 million then. I don't know how many Spaniards. I guess we could do some math. So that would be let's see, phone calculator. So 0. Round that up to 13 times how many million? About 40. Yes, that's 5.2 million Spaniards who live. So that, okay, yeah, but that's about half. So you can argue that you have about half as many Spaniards as you have Italians, and that's with us focusing on pop growth as much as we can, and the Italians presumably just eating glue. So it shows why Spain is just trash compared to other nations, and why we were able to colonize so insanely when we played the Italians. And that's despite, of course, I mean, you know, we both have transportation and settlement, so even if the Spanish don't start with it, you can use the Carlist reactionary movement to implement it, which we did. But still, you know, despite the slight Spanish minorities here and there, we haven't quite been able to make any states. I mean, the freaking Philippines was majority Italian by the end of the game, which also had it also had something to do with our insane genociding, but details. Still, we were able to make states at an astonishing rate as the Italians, but you can see there's just no Spaniards here. No one at all. Oh, that is actually Spanish. Okay, yeah, 3%. Still, it's like nothing. No Spaniards can be arsed to go to the colonies. They tried that before, and then the colonies revolted, and you know, I guess at this point they can't be bothered. To be fair, we have a lot of colonies, but still, It's, yeah. Let's keep going. Portugal wants an alliance. That's an implication. Yeah, that implies that Portugal is not sphered by anyone, and that implies that I should really get in on that. I think I tried that once before, I can't remember entirely, but yeah. I have been building some railroads here, so we do have some investments, as you can see. Not a lot. Actually, no, quite a decent chunk. So yeah, we can throw in some fact. No, we cannot. We're not allowed to do that, but still, you know, maybe at least we can maybe rank up a bit in influence. Oh well, here come the British to put an end to Transvaal. Where's your army, Transvaal? Did you die already? No, you have troops. They're just not here. Did I call you into my war maybe, and you just ran off to go to go to Europe or something? Yeah, there you are. Dude, I mean, I might not actually help you, but I will give you access so you can get home. I would love to help the Boer states, but that would involve quite a nasty war against the UK, and woo, you're allied to Italy. Now that I do like. I'm still not going to accept this because I want to make it so that whenever I go to war against the UK, it's going to be the only time I go to war against the UK. So I want to make sure the war to end all wars thingy has popped up so that I can dismantle the fuckers. Because obviously I want some of these lands. I don't care much about those lands, but I really do want Somaliland and yeah, Nigeria. You know how it works. I want their shit. Maybe I'll even get some chunks in India. I could do with some Burma and Bengal, but of course that stuff is a bit random. We do have Russia as an ally. That would be a very weird coalition, like Russia, Germany, Spain against the United Kingdom and Italy. But of course, the fact that Italy is in the war is crucial because that, you know, obviously invading the British Isles themselves is rather challenging. And so being able to charge into Italy to get war score is excellent. And so even if Japan will get involved, maybe, well, at least the Russians can hopefully hold them off to some extent, even if they can't beat them. And yeah, we obviously want land against the Italians as well, you know. Puglia, Campania and Cyrenaica are rightful Spanish territories. This is well known throughout the land, and so we must make sure to secure that. But let's also give liberalism a shot. Yeah, let's see. There are no more shit to build. Let's try. Let's see if this completely crashes the economy. We can do trade policy. Oh, organize. Yeah, no, we can't do that. Can I do classic liberalism? No, I can just do Smithsonianism, which sucks ass. How many tariffs can I get as a liberal? We can afford to lose 10. Actually, no, this sucks. Yeah, admin efficiency doesn't matter, tariff efficiency is dumb. Yeah, fuck that. The Kingdom of Italy goes bankrupt. Okay. They better pay their debt. I mean, I'm not gonna invade freaking Italy to make that happen, but yeah, it seems the economy is tolerable. Of course, we're getting a lot of money from the war indemnities. I'm gonna try and use that to compensate for the lack of... it doesn't seem like we're quite able to run the economy on that. We do have to do some tariffs. Let's get up to 10% or so. Or maybe... No, we don't actually need that much. Yeah, 5% is... 8%. Yeah, so factories are bound to go bankrupt here, but as long as they... To some extent... Belgium, are you doing something silly? Yes, you're invading Italy. Why the fuck are you invading Italy, you complete retarder? Ah, because you're allied to... Yeah, you can... actually, no, go fuck yourself, Belgium. Why would I even help... You're an ally of France. Why would I help an ally of France? That would be stupid. Instead, I want to get Bulgaria into my bed. Sounds like a great plan. Yeah, I'm trying to get some Balkan influence here. because it seems the Russians have stopped giving a shit. And I have plenty of shit to give. That's the wrong nation, but you know, a bit of Brazilian relations doesn't hurt you, so it works out. Don't mind being in bed with Brazilians either. Maybe I get tax tech after social alienation, actually. I don't want to lower any of this, but it does seem we have to up that a bit. We can't actually afford to stay at... Yeah, we might have to tariff up. That sucks. It's not very healthy to a liberal economy, is it? No, it is not. And I do want to get a welfare state going. Especially now that we actually have unemployment. Yeah, that's another thing. We have to pay for that now, don't we? Yeah, unemployment is shit expensive. But I still want to pay for unemployment, though, as I think that is the righteous thing to do. So how is the industry going? Yeah, I guess it's pretty bad in states like this. Well, no, actually, no, that's fine. Yeah, Spanish Panama, for example, is collapsing completely because there's no industry there that is actually making money. Haitians, that's like a first. I can't remember at all the Haitians being salty about being conquered. Or reconquered, I should say. To be fair, the Haitians at this point in history haven't been a Spanish subject in ages, but... The whole of Hispaniola was indeed ruled by the Spanish at some point, hence the name, so let's get some armies, get some troops, and on about to put down a... well, it's not a slave rebellion, is it? But, you know, it's a rebellion, and we can't have that. Maybe if we grant the fuckers some... yeah, well now... yeah, minimum wage, actually. I don't think reducing work hours would be... good. Oh, look at that! First to the North Pole! Yeah. It's Arctic Spanish people, I guess. Our intemperate explorers have been the first to raise a flag at the North Pole and have brought glory and prestige to our great country. As is the way it should be, you know. I proclaim the Antarctic as well. Everything is Spain. That's how this works. Spain is the only nation that deserves to be a nation. Everyone else deserves merely to be subject of Spain, and they should be happy for that privilege. For it is not an obvious thing. Oh yeah, here come the... Dude, I just gave people, like, stuff. Like, come on guys, let's not be angry here. To be fair, these are liberals, and so presumably they aren't very happy about the fact that the workers have rights. But boo-hoo. Boo the fuck who. How about you fuckers go fuck yourself? Oh, God damn it. Could you not... Oof, that's what I get, isn't it? For... I guess I'll back from Bulgaria. I just hope that this will be solved without any... without it actually going to war. Oh, fuck, Britain will support Russia. That's not fun. No. Anarcho liberal seize power. That's pretty good. Come on. White peace. We lose a lot of prestige from that though, won't we? Actually no, failing to achieve this goal will give us... or will lose us 10 prestige. That's tolerable actually. Yeah, it's not worth losing our friendship with the Ruskies over such a petty little thing. So we'll try and strengthen our relations with them back up, because I don't want to have to fight over this, but eh. I don't know, I think we might actually end the episode on that note. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.